To see God is to be God. Got it? Therefore, so what is God? Is He not the very light by which you ask the question? There must be some light within you by which you ask the question, what is God? And God is that light. So, I'll tell you one more thing. You think about it. I am is the tree. Sorry, I am is the seed, and God is the tree. That means when God is condensed into I am, that is I am. And when I am expands, means Sarvatma Bhava. What I am is all existence. All existence I am. That is the seed becoming the tree. Therefore, that kind of a vision in which God is not different from anything, that is the kind of vision you should impart to the student. You cannot teach in a dualistic way that there is God and there is the devil, and so the devil is as powerful as God. That is the funny part of it. Sometimes the devil wins also. Means the devil is more powerful than God, at least occasionally. On his day, the devil is more powerful than God. And so, therefore, the devil is a parallel reality to God. This is how you find in some of the religions. And you find the elements of this devil's parallel reality in Puranic stories. Don't think that it is there only in somewhere outside India. In Puranic stories, especially those Puranas which are practiced by the dualistic religions of India, the universe is divided into good and evil, and the division is complete and permanent. And some are good people, and God stands by them. And there are the evil people who are permanently evil, and God punishes them. So God has only two duties to do. One, He has to favor his party, the devotees, and He has to condemn and punish the evil. And see, the evil people are condemned to the hell eternally. It is called eternal damnation. This eternal damnation, it is there in some of the Indian dualistic religions. It is there in some of the Abrahamic faiths. You see, Christ doesn't talk of eternal damnation, but by the time Christ disappears from the scene and then the theology takes over, they put everything in one structure and they bring in eternal damnation. A similar thing you find in some of the Puranas. The Rakshasas are always Rakshasas. Devatas are always Devatas. They always fight. Do you know the stories? They always fight. And in that fight, God always takes the side of Devatas, even when they are at fault in the first place. Even if the Rakshasas may be right in a given context, yet they cannot be uplifted because they are Rakshasas. They must be punished. Come what may, they should be punished. They should be pushed down or oppressed down. This is the tenor of the stories. Am I right? This kind of a divisive thinking under the texts which promote that kind of a schism between the good and evil, thereby putting God on one side and separating the other side from God. This kind of a schism and the texts that promote such a schism, you should avoid. You should not instruct to the students. Next. Evam shruti smrutibhihi grihita paramatma lakshanam Sishyam samsara sagarat uttiti rushum pruchet kastvamasi somyam. Sishyam. Sishya means one who is amenable for instruction. That is the Sishya. So Shasitum Yogyaha. He is eligible to be instructed. There must be some qualifications in him. Generally, the Vedanta qualifications are not degree qualifications, generally. But still they may insist on it occasionally because the teaching must be done in a language. So from that standpoint they may insist that you should know English, you should know Sanskrit, because the scripture is in a particular language. Some language skills must be there. That's why that becomes a kind of a qualification. But the real qualification is that of the heart and head. Viveka, Vairagya. Viveka is head. Vairagya is heart. Something like that. They are the real qualifications. And some of them don't have these qualifications. They are not cut out for the study of Vedanta. They are cut out for rituals. Because they are active, energetic, they cannot sit 10 minutes quietly. For them, running around is better than sitting and meditating. So eventually they will grow, but for the present, you don't push this Vedanta down their throat. And engage them in some meaningful work. They are not cut out for this Vedanta. Therefore, the Sishya must be suitable for the instruction, you know. So, suppose you collect all business people who are very ambitious and very greedy and ambitious to make more and more money. That is the only goal they have in life. And put them in one place and start teaching Bhaja Govindam. Then what happens? Shankara says a few things forthright. He doesn't mince words. And now you have to explain that. And Bhaja Govindam is Sanskrit is so simple that anybody can understand it also. You see, recently I have taught Bhaja Govindam in Kuwait. And Indian community is majority, I mean those who attended, but many other people also come. The Kuwaiti local people come, and then from Europeans and other people come. So it's a mixed crowd. Majority of them are Indian diaspora. Now Kuwait is a prosperous country, and all these people are there to make a quick buck. And how to teach Bhaja Govindam? They asked for it. I mean, they asked me before going. I said, which book should I bring? Sir, Swamiji, bring Bhaja Govindam, we want to listen to it. I did not think much about it. I said, okay. And then I sat in the flight and I got down and saw Bhaja Govindam. Then I noticed that this Bhaja Govindam teaching is not easy. In recent times, the one text that I have to struggle to teach is Bhaja Govindam. Because the audience is there. You have to make it meaningful to them, number one. Number two, you cannot distort the vision of Shankara. It is a very challenging task. So, Durgam pathastat kavayo vadanti. It is like walking on the razor's edge. So, but then I have carefully traversed through those verses and made some job. Therefore, the students must be amenable. That's why teaching in Rishikesh is always a joy. Because here many sadhus will be there, brahmacharis will be there. It is not the same as teaching in Hyderabad. And certainly not the same as teaching in Europe and America. In America you have to teach to appease them. You have to make them happy. Otherwise they go and complain in the office. I tell, go and sit on the tree. So it is like that. You have to teach to make them happy. So Shishya should not be like that. I am saying it because You should be a Shishya, not to an individual. There is no individual for that matter. You should be a Shishya to the vision. You must become an apprentice. Shishya is apprentice. You must become an apprentice, ready to be instructed, willing to be instructed. And then, why do you want to study Vedanta? What is that? Why Vedanta? Why not something else? Why Vedanta? No, it is out of curiosity. And then I told you the other day, I was traveling with a professor who is returning from America. And then we were together and traveling for a long distance, so many hours together. Sometime in some discussion he said, Swamiji, it is being a Swami is a better option than all these jobs of being professor and all that. That is what he says. That is what he said. Because if you are a professor, you are stressed out. Because there are so many responsibilities and all that. If you become a Swami, so you live a very relaxed life. There is no asker, no teller. Nobody asks you, you need not tell what you are doing to anybody. It is a very relaxed way of escape from samsara. So why do you want to study Vedanta? Why? No, by studying Vedanta. So somebody I asked, why are you studying yoga? Yoga is the trendy thing. And by studying yoga, you can make a wonderful profession. True. Because yoga has become internationally popular thanks to Shri Narendra Modi ji. And even in India, there are many places where people want to do yoga. And you learn a few yogasanas and learn how to teach, you will find a few people and you can teach them and they get benefit by your teaching and they will take care of you. You have a profession on your hands now, very fulfilling one. So you want to make Vedanta into one such profession? Yoga you can make, but what about Vedanta? You want to make it into a profession so that you will have some students, some shishyas and all that, name and fame in the society. Along with the name and fame, money will flow in and other advantages and perks will come along with all that. Therefore, instead of pursuing this chartered accountancy, I pursue Vedanta. That is wrong. In fact, don't instruct those people. The Shishya must have a very clear understanding why he is studying Vedanta. He is studying Vedanta because he is done with worldliness. He wants to be uplifted from this ocean of samsara. Samsara is an ocean. I have described it in the earlier camp. Samsara is an ocean. And samsara is the most disheartening thing. It disheartens us. It kills our enthusiasm. It makes us suffer. It makes us anxious and worried and afraid. That is what samsara is. And we are born into it. And we remain in it till the last breath. That's why it is called samsara sagara. And here is one who wants to be uplifted from this samsara, the life of becoming. So, that is the Shishya. And then if that kind of a Shishya comes to you, so first teach him the Shrutis and Smrutis, most appropriate ones, and teach him the reality of the self, Paramatma Lakshanam. What is the self? This is the true self. How? Najayate mriyate va. That is the self. Nadatte kasya chit papam. It is beyond punya and papa. It is like akasha. It is the light that is shining in this upadhi. Like that, what was all said above, Paramatma Lakshanas, the innermost self, how does it, how is it? That you describe to him first and let him understand all that. And he has understood, let us say he has understood more or less, then you put a test to him. Ask a question. What is the question? Kastvamasi Somya. Dear son, who are you? That is the question. We'll continue. Om Purnamada